Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new eyeshadow palette by Kathleenlights. She collaborated with Morphe Cosmetics to put together her own eyeshadow palette, which I'll show you guys in a few minutes. But I will be showing you guys a few swatches on me of all of the colors in the palette. And I will also be collaborating with my bestie here on YouTube. You guys probably already know who I'm talking about. It is Faye. You guys know her by Fashionablyfayy here on YouTube. So she and I wanted to collab together to show you guys what these colors look like on two different skin tones. So she is a little bit lighter than I am, and I obviously am a little bit darker than she is. So we wanted to show you guys what they look like on different skin tones. So you guys will get a chance to see what all of the shades look like swatched on her, and you'll also get a chance to see what they look like swatched on me. So yeah, anyway, the palette that I'm talking about is by Kathleenlights, obviously, and she collaborated with Morphe Cosmetics. Sorry, I'm trying to put the box back together so I can show you guys the box. But yeah, this is the box. It says the Kathleenlights palette, and on the bottom it has Morphe. And then once you turn it over to the back, this is Kathleenlights. So if you don't know who she is, there she is right there. So this is the palette. So this is what it looks like on the front. It says Morphe by Kathleenlights, and then when you flip it over to the back, it's just plain. I like how the palette is very, very simple, very chic, not too much going on. I like that about a palette. So when you open it up, these are the shades in the palette. Very, very gorgeous. I like how she went towards putting, you know, the warm tones, the cool tones, the burgundies, the mauves, the blacks, the greens, the mustard. That mustard is calling my name already, you guys. Like, I'm so excited to dig into that. But yeah, I will show you guys what they look like swatched. Now, I have not swatched them yet. So let's go ahead and jump into the swatches. And then once I get done swatching, I will give you guys my opinions on the swatches. Now, let me go ahead and let you guys know this is a first impressions video. This is not a full, thorough review. This is my first time touching the shadows, feeling them, swatching them, and all of that. So after I get done swatching them, I will let you guys know my first impression on the palette. Not my final thoughts, because I do actually want to use the palette. I want to actually put them on my eyes and see how they wear and see how pigmented they really are. But I'm just going to swatch them so you guys can see what they look like on my complexion. So again, this is not a full, thorough review. It's just a first impressions video on this eyeshadow palette. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the swatches, and I will be right back. Those are all of the swatches in this palette, and I can already let you guys know now that I love it. I love this palette. I love that all of these colors are very, very buttery smooth, especially the mattes. Like, the mattes in this palette are incredibly smooth and buttery, you guys. Like, as soon as I touched it, as soon as I swatched it, it just slided on like butter, like all of the mattes in here. Now, I did notice with the shimmer shades, now especially this teal shade right here, I noticed that once I started swirling my finger around it, it was a lot of fallout, but that's okay. I don't know how it's gonna be like with a brush, but I did notice when I was putting my finger in it and just swirling it around to get a little bit of color on my finger so I can swatch it, there was a little bit of fallout. I also noticed a little bit of fallout with these two shades right here in the corner. You can see it. These are also shimmer shades as well. So I did notice a little bit of fallout with some of the shimmer shades, but it's nothing too crazy. But as far as the shades, like all of the shades in this palette, they go together. Like, you don't necessarily have to try to think of what look to do with these, because I feel like all of these shades are gonna go together with any look. So you have your black, which is a staple. Like, you always need a black in literally every palette you have. So you have your black, you have your burgundies, you have your orange. This mustard shade is gorgeous. I love this. It didn't show up too much on my complexion, but I'm pretty sure once you use a primer or anything like that, it will definitely show up if you are my skin tone or a little bit darker. And then this copper shade right here is absolutely stunning. I love all of these shades in this palette actually. So besides the few shades in here that have a little bit of fallout, I definitely give this palette a huge thumbs up. It's very affordable for one. Morphe always have affordable eyeshadow palettes, so I highly recommend checking out the Morphe website, especially if you are a beginner with makeup and you want to get an eyeshadow palette that has a lot of colors in it so you guys can create different looks and just kind of play around with it. I highly suggest going to the Morphe website and getting a palette off of there because they're very affordable, okay? And I love how she included shades in this palette that can go with every complexion, whether you're light skin, whether you're dark skin, whether you're fair. All of these shades will definitely go with every complexion. So I love how she incorporated that with this palette. I do plan on doing some makeup tutorials with this palette and giving you guys a final review like I did with the Too Faced by Nikki tutorials. So with that palette, I did a first impressions and then I followed up with a makeup tutorial and a final review. So I do plan on doing that with this palette as well. So if you are interested in seeing a makeup tutorial with this palette, let me know down below. And also let me know what colors you want me to do in that makeup tutorial. So take a look at all of the swatches that I did, pick out a few colors, and let me know what colors you would like to see. I know these colors don't have names on them, but I don't know if you could say like the mustard shade, the burgundy, the teal, the black, the forest green. Let me know what colors you guys would like to see in my next makeup tutorial with this palette. I would love to do a look based off of you guys' suggestions. So yeah. And if you stay to the very end of this video, you guys are getting a chance to enter into a giveaway. So I do have another palette for you guys, which is right here. And here it is. I'll go ahead and open it so you guys can see that I actually have two of these palettes. So this is the first one and this is the one that I actually just swatched. So I have a palette for one of you lucky winners. You will get a chance to win this. So Faye and I wanted to do a mini giveaway for you guys and give you guys the palette itself. So be sure to check out the description down below. I'll have where you guys can enter into the giveaway. I always have my rules listed down there, so be sure to read all of that as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to head on over to Faye's channel so you guys can see the swatches on her and you guys can hear her opinions on this palette as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you guys will never miss an upload from me. And yeah, I think that is everything I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.